are about to venture into what could be, Harry Mays, the final 15 minutes of, as where I am right now, 12 probably, because you're a little ahead of me, of the Sixers season. And this thing has been crazy, back and forth. The Sixers don't deserve to be where they are. The Raptors don't deserve to have the lead. Neither one of these teams deserve to have anywhere near 60 points, as many open shots as they've missed. But somebody's going to have to walk away a winner here. And you know what? The fact that the Sixers are even this close is a miracle in its own right in how poorly they've played. But you know what? Kawhi Leonard has been playing Russell Westbrook hero ball, and the Raptors have just been watching for the most part. So here we are.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, the first quarter, I compared it to, as you always like to make these Game of Thrones references.
Oh, here we go.
I said it was the Ironborn of basketball because it was ugly as hell.
How dare
it really
you
was.
Theon Greyjoy on the night that the Sixers could go down.
Exactly right. I mean, it was hideous. But who cares? I mean, if you're a Sixers fan, you don't really care about that. All you care about is the end result and to win. It's sort of like, you're playing a match play against another opponent in golf, and you're not shooting well, but all it matters is if you win more holes than the other guy. It doesn't matter if you make 6 bogeys, as long as that guy makes 7.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like ugliness at this point doesn't matter. It's just about advance and survive and advance. That's really all it is.
Listen,
and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of nerves here, Eitan.
I agree.
We're seeing a team in Toronto playing in front of their home crowd that has disappointed them year after year after year in the playoffs. And one guy that has survived a lot of that and is sort of the poster boy for a lot of that dismay is Kyle Lowry. He gets hurt in the first half. Something happens to his thumb or a finger on his left hand.
Garbage.
He has to leave the court for a while. Van Vliet is on the court for extended minutes, and Toronto survived that. I mean, but there is a lot of pressure on him and on this franchise to get out of this game, and I think the Sixers are sort of surviving underneath that pressure. They're just sort of, we're playing like crap. It doesn't matter. We're still in this game. Let's just play. Let's just be us.
I think that the Sixers have – here's the thing. I'm not going to disagree with anything you said. I'm going to say this. The Sixers have the luxury of playing this way because of how poorly the Raptors – like, if this were Golden State or Houston, if this were a good team, then I don't think the Sixers would have the luxury of figuring this thing out 3 quarters in. Kawhi Leonard has been playing like dog shit.
He has. But let's just say if this were this is a good team. This is a good team playing poorly and also maybe playing poorly because of what the Sixers are doing to them defensively. This is not a bad team.
Both teams are playing like horse shit is my point.
Right, but Toronto's not a bad team.
No. But I'm saying tonight, both teams are playing poorly.
Yes,
neither one of them are giving up. All right, here's the thing. The fan line is active. It's the top right button. All you do is have to hit that button in the top right, and we'll put you right on with us, visual, with Harry and myself. Tim in North Carolina, our buddy Tim, is right away. Let's bring him on the fan line ASAP as we hit Sixers fourth quarter live, about to hit this sucker. What's up, brother?
I had to go quick because I don't know if I'll be paying attention towards the end of this fourth quarter.
No?
I had to get on quick. I don't know, man. It's a tight game. I mean, defense is going to prevail. The first one in 90 wins this game.
I can't believe that it's 67-60. That's my whole thing is like Harry's loud and like praising the Sixers for being in this game. It's 67. I've seen Virginia basketball provide more excitement than both of these.
Listen. The Knicks in the 90s were lauded for this kind of play.
That's the 90s. That's 20 years.
It doesn't matter. Just get to the next series. I don't give a shit how you do it.
Give me this game 7 win is all I need.
Exactly.
We got the referees letting them play. I like to see that too. So you can't really blame referees on any kind of situation, win or loss.
Now, Tim.
Kyle Lowry's hurt. He's a flopper.
Well, there was no bigger flop in the first half than Joel Embiid. Right. Joel Embiid had the greatest soccer flop in the first half I've ever seen. Oh, yeah. It was unbelievable. And he got away with it. But you got to tell me, how are the mushrooms and the Molly in North Carolina these days? Because when I lived there, it was off the charts.
Well, Molly's hit or miss, especially Wilmington, because, Port City, you can get Molly anywhere, I guess. But mushrooms, every now they're in. I heard probably a month or two from now already.
That's what
Actually, I heard the other day they're about a month away.
Yeah. We appreciate
you put me on the spot. Damn, I didn't expect to have no mushroom question.
That's great stuff, Tim. We love you, man.
Yeah, man. I'm over here in North Carolina. I need one of those made 8-time shirts.
Yes. All right, I tell you, you DM me your address on Twitter.
I got you, man.
I'll send you one out ASAP. DM me your address and size. All right, brother.
Go Sixers, let's go.
You love it. See, that's how easy it is. Anybody out there will take your comments in the chat line, but you can jump on the fan line as well, and we'll put you right up there with Tim. And we'll ask you, no matter where you are, some question about your region, because Harry has some sort of question that you can be from Anchorage, Alaska, and Harry's going to ask you how the FDMA is.
No, I used to live down where Tim lives. I lived there for 7 years.
Right.
So, but you look at this game, Eitan, and you could see it right from the start. The first 4 or 5 minutes, nobody was hitting any shots.
Right.
Everybody was tight as a tick. And it just goes to show you, like, what a Game 7 pressure does to teams. Like, you have a largely star-based young team with the Sixers, except you have Jimmy Butler, who also looks tight and played like crap in the first half. He was awful. You know what I mean? Like, so it does different things. Game 7s and tension does so many different things to young guys, old guys. It doesn't matter. Coaches, you name it. I mean, they look like Scott Hoke in the 1989 Masters trying to make a 2-foot putt. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable.
Yeah, man, this is I love it, but at the same time, I wish that the drama had come. I don't want to complain because you're right. You'll take it. It's a Game 7 any way you want, but this has not been an aesthetically pleasing Game 7, to say the least.
No, it's not. Aesthetics aside, I mean, this game's awful.
All right, but let's hit some comments real quick. Right. Drew in the comments: Raptors are not a good team. Definitely not tonight. Kawhi Leonard has taken 30+ shots, and I can't believe that he hasn't been more of a detriment to the squad. But
I agree.
They haven't really gotten anything. I mean, that air ball by Siakam is just kind of a micro of how bad things have been. Sixers are fucking.
Gasol just hit a 3.
What's that?
Gasol just hit a 3.
Well, now it's what, 70-66, right?
Yes.
Craig, my heart rate might be in the 200s per minute. Listen, brother, I'm with you, man. I feel like the adrenaline right now is crazy. I know it's only a 4-point game, and it doesn't feel like anything is out of reach, but doesn't it seem like the adrenaline's ramping up right now?
Well, I mean, if you watch the game with the Trailblazers and the Nuggets earlier today, Damian Lillard couldn't do anything for the first half, first 3 quarters. He hit a couple big threes in the fourth quarter. You saw Friday night with Steph Curry. Didn't do squat in the first half. Second half in the fourth quarter, he went off, and it was enough to win. Like, even some of the great players and the great shooters in this league, they seize up a little bit in these big moments.
So, but Harry, are you saying that Kawhi Leonard is primed to have a big fourth quarter because he's been stinking up for the first 3?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, they've had bad games in key spots. And it's really odd, like, because you and I are critical of Embiid and Simmons and Butler and some of the guys on our teams. It's like you look at some of these other guys. It's like, had Golden State lost that game, can you imagine how many people would be coming down? Man, Steph Curry sucked. Now we got a Game 7 coming up with the Rockets. What are we going to do? If Portland lost, it'd be like Damian Lillard was the next superstar to be blessed by the NBA on a national stage, and he sucked. CJ McCollum bailed him out. It basically throughout that game, Damian Lillard hit a couple of key threes in the fourth. They win the game. I'm just saying,
he needs to be blessed by the base god.
He does. That he does. And don't we all?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm just saying, whenever the base god is touching, you got things going. Look at that. Look at that brand. Look at this branding that we have right here, man. I'm going to move the camera over and get a little more of that action over there. This is
everybody wants some of this action.
I'm with you, and I think that, the Chargers side that would just see Ben Simmons, kind of collapse. I'm just waiting because there's going to be this moment, and there's about 9 minutes left, right? And there's going to be this moment in which
Toronto's up 5.
Correct. They're up 5. And there's going to be this moment in the next minute and a half, 2 minutes, just watch, in which something's going to break open, in which the Sixers are just going to hang around no matter what happens, and the Raptors go up by 7, and then all of a sudden you look back and they're only up by 2, or the Sixers take the lead, or it's going to be the opposite. You have that Butler 3.
Give me
Let's just hope that's what this is, because that's what I feel. Is that it's going to be at this point, the 8.5 to 7 minute mark, in which everything is where the Sixers have either struggled or won games. And they've always been either close, one way or the other.
You just saw 2 possessions where 2 great players just now you're starting to see it take shape. Exactly what you're talking about, Eitan.
Here's Kawhi.
Butler and Kawhi Leonard are starting to take over the game. Butler just hits 2 straight shots. Kawhi hit an incredible 3. Like, now we're starting to see it. It's now become a boxing match.
Absolutely. And you think, okay, now where can you get in something? So here we go. Where can you get in? And you're right. Use it like a boxing analogy. Somebody's going to show an opening. And it might just be like Ibaka takes a 3, and that's enough.
And
exactly. So you need, and this is that moment, like that 8 to 7 minute moment where the Raptors going to give you an opening. And this is where the Sixers in the past.
Butler's going to the free throw line.
Right, off that foul.
Yeah. Now, it's interesting to see, too, how different players play so much better at home. We've been talking about this in and out of this series. Like Siakam is playing well today.
Right.
He can't throw it in the ocean in Philadelphia.
Nope.
But he hits mid-range shots. He's hitting threes in this game and playing so much better.
Now,
Kyle Lowry seems to have so much.
They're not going to give Butler 3 on that, are they?
I don't know. We just went to commercial.
I know, but I was trying to see the replay to see if they would give him 3 on that foul. Embiid playing too much up top from Jason. Your thoughts? This is all you.
Well,
I
always
planted Jason. That's our buddy Jason on question, didn't you, Harry? You saw.
I did not.
0 for 4 from 3. You DM Jason.
No.
He said, "Hey, hit us up."
No, I did not.
Now your thoughts. Why don't you start?
No. Obviously, I don't like him shooting too many threes when he's not hitting them. But I will say tonight, he does look a little lethargic. Would you agree?
I think, yes, he and Ben Simmons have not looked like I thought they would. Not to paraphrase Denny Green, but I feel like I thought they would look a little different. Joel Embiid has come out flat, and I don't know why. Like, has there been? Did I miss anything? Was there anything attached to him today?
No.
Was there?
Not that I know of. Now, maybe we'll find out post game from Brett. That. Well, there was a virus. Is the virus? I don't know.
You think there would be something different that we missed?
Who knows? You never know. You really never know. Maybe he's got hay fever. I woke up this morning. I cracked the door in our bedroom, like when it's this time of year. I woke up with the worst hay fever you could imagine. I had to take a Claritin.
Now, where did that come from? Where did the initial hay that gave you fever come from? Because I've been around hay before. I don't get fevers. I've been on a farm before, Harry, and I didn't get any fevers.
Well, I used to work on a farm.
And did you get fever hanging around hay?
Not then. Now I get it.
So now you're allergic to
Now
hay?
I get tree pollen. Yeah.
Because I've been around a lot of hay before. My God, I've never been allergic to it before. So maybe you're missing something.
Well, if you've been around a lot of hay, that means you're making hay. So that's good.
I make headway, not hay.
Exactly.
Hey, man, let me tell you something about Headway, okay? Not Lena Headway, who's going to be on tonight right now. In fact,
who's that?
She plays Cersei.
Oh.
Tree pollen at 98% from Jared. All right, here we go. JD, how can I get a Maze Aton tee? So we have these right now online. And I'm going to get the actual website for you guys, and I can post it in the chat.
Yeah. How do people get these?
They're really easy.
Because I don't know how to get them.
You don't?
No.
I'm going to tell you, man. It's easy. I'm going to get this.
I gave one to my bartender at my golf club, the 1912 club, Spider.
Yeah.
He was overjoyed. He was like, "Oh, are you serious? Like it's an extra large?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro." He was digging it.
That's awesome. All right, I'm trying to find it, brother. I'm trying to find the thing. I mean, we do have a basketball game to talk about. FanCred's not.
And he hits a three.
He did.
The Sixers have the lead.
How about that? Up by 1.
With 7:30 to go, up 1.
The guy that you wanted off.
He's 1 of 6 from 3.
You got to keep shooting them threes, man. Win percentage at 50.4 right now. $100. Do you take them? $100. Seriously, right now.
No.
$100. Do you take them?
Oh! Kyle Lowry with an incredible basket.
This guy, I cannot figure him out tonight.
You know what? He's just tough. He just doesn't care. He doesn't care how bad he shot. He's just going to keep coming at you. You know why? Oh, Ben Simmons with a great play. Looked like he almost got poked in the eye.
Listen, guys, we'll take your comments. JC, let's see how things perform in closing minutes. Do they play tighter like men? Obviously, a major concern as we've seen down the line. Also, the fan line is up, top right button on your screen. You can pop in. You can get visual with us. Ask any question you may have on the fan line as well. You can still watch the game in front of you too, so you won't miss anything. It's a real easy way and fun way to communicate, as you saw our buddy Tim from North Carolina as well. Craig, Bucket's about to take over, and Frank on the app wants to know who is the Cersei of the series. We haven't really had any bad guys. There's no Jared Dudley. There's no bad guys in this series.
No, there really isn't. I mean, you can't call Kawhi a bad guy, even though because he's just so good, right?
He's a robot.
Like
he's not even a person.
If Ibaka was in there more and maybe doing some more damage defensively and fouling guys, maybe you could call him a bad guy, but not even.
I mean, you know who it would be? The only irritant in this series would be Kyle Lowry, but he's from here, so nobody's going to really come down on him.
Right. I mean, he's got that Alney girl ass. You know, I mean, that's why people like him.
Yeah. Isaac wants Amazing Eights on T, too.
Okay. Well, we can make that happen. You got to come out to our Dunphy Ford remote.
I'll tell you what.
Or where are we on Wednesday in Hamilton?
Yeah. I'll tell you what. If anybody can come out watching this, if anybody can come out to either Wednesday, I'll tell you what, we'll make it easy. Thursday at Dunphy Ford or Friday at Parks. Where are we at? Oaks? Yeah.
Oaks, I believe.
So Thursday at Dunphy Ford in the Northeast or Friday at Oaks Casino in Oaks Sports and Race and Sportsbook.
Right up 422.
We'll give you a free tee. If you come up and show us that you've downloaded the FanCred app, we'll give you a free tee. It's that easy. All you need to do is show up to either one of those remotes. Show us that you have the FanCred app on your phone. So Isaac, everyone else that did that, JD, we got you, brother. Okay? Yeah, JC, Lowry, closest bad guy due to flopping. I agree.
Yeah, but I mean, Embiid's a flopper too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no real bad guy on this thing.
No. Oh, big rebound by Butler.
Missed it again. What are your thoughts on this Serge Ibaka defensive rebound, Harry Mays? Let's go to the crowd.
Oh, there you go.
What?
This is a battle.
You needed it.
78-77 Sixers. 6:27 to play. Toronto with the ball.
You needed it.
Gasol to Siakam. Out to Lowry. Over to Kawhi Leonard. Back to Lowry with a wide open three. And he misses it. And the rebound tipped by Ibaka is a miss. But the rebound goes to Toronto. Kawhi, it's a three. Oh, my God.
Can you believe that? Can you fucking believe that? What is going on? They had it right there.
Unbelievable sequence. Unbelievable sequence right there.
You know, this is ridiculous. He had a wide open look. First off, how did Lowry miss that three?
I know.
The tip.
Joel ties it with a 2.
Yeah, they needed that too, man. That
80-80 at 5:40 in the game.
That's a step back.
3 timeouts apiece left for each team. The shooting in this game, Eitan, has been abysmal for both.
Yep. I'm telling you.
You got to put that in nerves.
This has been one of the worst basketball games you'll ever see.
Kawhi with a 2 right over Embiid. He seems to be getting hot.
It's disappointing that, yeah, you're right. And you know what, though? This is where Embiid, who's been playing like ass, needs to get hot as well.
I agree.
I get that Jimmy Butler is Jimmy Butler, and they've been relying on him a ton. But this is where star meets star. You want to have a heavyweight, you want to have a superstar? Well, they got one. I
agree. You're exactly right. But what I see is Embiid is losing energy. Kawhi is gaining it.
Very well may be the case. This is not good, bro. What are your thoughts on that Kawhi Leonard defense?
4:55 left.
Oh, man. Tobias Harris is.
Oh, boy. Foul, right? Wow. Kawhi's just taking over now.
Killed on the glass all game, Coletti. You're right, bro. That's been a problem. Yep. Glass has been a big issue. Jason, Harry Embiid is our flopper. Jason, first 90 wins?
Yeah, he is our flopper, but he's a flopper.
You know,
I watched like 6 Premier League games this morning.
You know everything.
It was the final of that.
That's all you need.
I tell
you, they've been calling Kawhi Leonard tight now since he started making shots, and that's bullshit. You know? That's bullshit. You try this new water yet? I'm telling you, man.
What is this? Why don't you show the label? Are you getting paid? You might as well give him a prop.
I'm not getting paid.
A prop. Jimmy Butler going on the line.
Yeah, down 5. We need this. Otherwise,
yeah, dude, I'm telling you,
it's going to be a Game of Thrones served up special.
I had nothing to do today because it was raining like crazy. So I stayed inside. I'm trying to watch all the sports. The golf tournament sucked. The hockey game was no contest. Boston blew them out. The Phillies game, I was watching some of that. Thank God they put that like 6-1 in like the 5th inning. Or that thing was like there was nothing to grab onto until the final couple minutes of that Portland Nuggets game. And that was pretty impressive out of Portland. I gotta be honest.
For them to play like dog shit for the first half and come back and win that game, CJ
on the road.
The way that he played. Mac is on the app. Is this the worst shooting game 7 in recent memory? This is the worst playoff shooting game I can think of. Forget game 7. This is atrocious. The only thing that's changed, I mean, the last quarter really has picked up some, but even then, this has not been good overall.
Yeah, but it's only a 3-point game. Butler looks like he's a little hampered.
Yeah, I'm with you, Coletti. I don't know how that was a foul. They all look like a little hampered, except Kawhi. You're right. Kawhi's like the T2000.
Oh, wow.
They got goaltending on that?
Yeah, they did. On a Ibaka, I think. Yeah, good.
Yeah, good. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about
Siakam.
We got a timeout. 85-82. Toronto. 3:53 left.
All right.
And I need a drink. I gotta get the wife down here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Why? Because that could be it?
We played golf. We played golf yesterday together. It was an awesome day.
This is crazy right here.
What?
What's happening on the floor with Drake? Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I need another cocktail.
Oh, I thought you were going to bring her in to tell the story.
No, she doesn't want to be on camera.
JC asked, when do you start pressuring up the court? A few more possessions?
No. This isn't college basketball.
Full on Jim Boeheim, 2, 3, 4 press.
This isn't college basketball.
Maybe they knew.
Now, do you like that Mountain Dew commercial, Eitan, with that? It's that rap group that I was telling you about.
No.
Huh?
Migos? No.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I like that.
That's a hard pass, man. You know Aaron Rodgers is in Game of Thrones tonight?
What?
You know Aaron Rodgers is in Game of Thrones tonight? He's making –
I hope he gets
I'm
killed.
sure he does, just to appease everybody out there. But isn't that crazy? Like, if you put a poll out, Aaron Rodgers, live or die on Game of Thrones, don't you think everybody would say die?
Well, now, why is he?
Because he probably –
Shouldn't Gronk be in Game of Thrones?
Nah, I don't know. I mean, I don't –
Gronk.
I want somebody who likes the show
Gronk
at least.
Like Gronk looks like he lived in Game of Thrones.
Well, he could pass easier, right? As somebody from I don't know, Winterfell.
Or Baldy. Baldy should be in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but you know, Baldy's above that shit.
What do you mean?
Like Baldy wouldn't be in Game of Thrones. Maybe he would. Maybe he would. He's cultured enough. Frank, Joel Embiid would have been the best GOT extra. Plus, he could have plugged his New Orleans cooking show there, Synergy. Remember that New Orleans cooking show?
Yeah, but see, I think Boban would be a great Game of Thrones
Boban even
guy.
played tonight? Yeah,
No,
that does everything. Boban.
Yeah, but I mean, you hate the game, the look, our ear thing. He would be a perfect giant in that show.
Can I ask you 2 questions? One, are you aware now of how much of a sideshow he is? Like that's it.
No.
There was never any basketball positive that came from him. It was just people infatuated with how big he was and holding some little puppy. So they could retweet the bro on Twitter's picture of him holding a puppy. Corny shit. Come on, get out of here. We needed a backup center in this series, not some 7'9" guy holding puppies, Harry.
I don't know, man. I think you're really like anti-Eastern European white cauliflower ear guy. Really
I'm not anti. There are other guys out like Porzingis now has cauliflower ears after that fight. I'm not anti.
Yeah, right.
I'm not anti.
Yeah.
I'll take him.
That guy's always got a couple of whores around him too, and he even like pushed one out of the way tonight to try to go back at that guy.
I did. I see it's viral. It's amazing.
Great.
Now Harris with the foul. So there you go. Can Embiid act like he's 7-2 for a possession? Maybe that from Craig. What are your thoughts, Harry Mays? I mean,
say that.
I think that they had an unfortunate switch, and I don't know why the hell you would ever have Tobias Harris on Gasol without switching off. So,
Redick.
And one.
A bomb. He hits a bomb and one. Well, it's only a 2.
Yeah.
Wow. This is
I am
awesome.
stunned. That's an amazing shot, man. This really has turned out to be something else. I tell you,
Tie game.
Yeah, well, Redick has done a lot, man, to keep this team crazily close. I don't understand how. Now you have Ibaka. Ibaka is just a trash man, you know. Like Ibaka's not good.
I mean,
He's an opportunist. That's what he is. He's an opportunist. Guy comes off the bench, takes advantage. He's a bully.
Yeah. I think that's what I would be if I was an NBA player. I'd be an opportunist. Yeah.
And I can see you out there picking off, like just taking advantage of stuff. Being somebody's probably too good to be on the second unit, but playing on the second unit just to increase stats.
Right. I would love to be the second unit guy.
Hanging back in practice, just enough so that somebody else would beat you out for a starting position.
Exactly.
That's all this guy really is. He's an NBA opportunist.
That's me.
Yeah, here's Mark, and he asked the question of the night. As horribly as Kawhi has shot, he has 36 points. How is that possible? I don't – here's the thing, I never want to play the what-if game, and I hate that game. So I'm not playing that, and that's why I prefaced it. But at any point right now, what's most likely to happen? Of all the people who have been shooting like shit, it's Kawhi, I would think, all of a sudden would take advantage of this. And now – go ham and start hitting a couple shots. That's
he's got 34 shots to get 36
it's been atrocious.
Points.
And once again, he's been bad from the line.
Yeah, 2 for 7 from 3. When he gets to the free throw line, he's
3-point line, not free throw line. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I mean, who else are you putting the ball in the ball in the hands of if you're Toronto, except him?
I think that's the key to their success has been finding secondary options in Lowry, Siakam, and Gasol, and counting on that as opposed to just bulldozing your head. It's the same thing with the Sixers. Both teams have been shooting so poorly that they've given the other squad a luxury to figure it out. And it's both teams have shot so poorly, they've let the other team in on this game so deep in it that they've given them a chance to basically figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, Lowry's 1 of 7 from 3. The second leading scorer for Toronto is Ibaka off the bench.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but they came out of a timeout and got a shot clock turnover.
Yeah.
Now, again, Kawhi Leonard is just shooting his team out of this game.
Wow. 2 minutes to go. Butler at the end of the shot clock basically gets deflected. Doesn't even reach the rim. Toronto with the ball. Minute 55 left. Tie game at 85. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Lowry to the rim. He gets fouled.
Jesus, man. This is insane.
It is. But the one thing I like about this,
again, real quick, I just want to remind everybody on the fan line, top right is the best way that we can put you right up, interact with us. This thing is as close as it's gotten with under 2 minutes left. Sixers season is on the line right now. So it's great to hear from you on the chat, but we'd love to see you as well. And we can put you up there.
Oh! Kawhi Leonard with a huge 3 at the end of the shot clock. 141 left. Toronto up by 3. 88-85.
There goes my tweet. Cold takes exposed. Should I delete it? You think so? It's probably too late now.
No, I'm telling you. That's why you don't tweet. I'm telling you. Why? I thought you were shutting your phone off. You told the world on Friday at Oaks Racing Sportsbook that you were shutting your phone off for a little while.
I'm doubling down. Fuck you, Harry Mays. I just doubled down. All right. I just went to the kiosk at Oaks Racing Sportsbook and doubled the fuck down on my tweet. All right.
Oh,
I don't care what you can say
man.
right now. Fire it off into the sun. All right. Fire it off into the fucking sun.
I think they only made it a 2-pointer. They changed it. It's 87-85.
I see.
Toronto, 141 left.
That's right. That's right. I stand by it. He's going to take his squad out of it. Kawhi Leonard is dog shit, and I'm putting it out there right now. He's been dog shit all night.
Oh, my God. Yeah. All right. That'll be next on the Second Level show on SB Nation Radio.
What's that?
Kawhi Leonard is dog shit.
Well, listen.
Look at this defense. Oh, boy. What a steal.
Jesus Christ. And Siakam.
Oh, boy. Oh, my God. Siakam from Lowry. What a great steal by Lowry. You know,
no.
Was that Embiid that got picked? Because Embiid got picked earlier in the game like that by Kawhi Leonard for a dunk.
Yeah, the claw got him again. The fucking claw got Siakam this time. Lowry got Embiid, and he basically broke it up.
Wow.
You had
Incredible,
to call timeout.
Man.
Brett Brown. It's a good call by Brett Brown, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's got to do it. He's got to try to put together his final 2 or 3 possessions of the game right here.
Now, if you're Brett Brown, what are you thinking right now? What's the first thing going through your mind? 1:14 left, fourth quarter.
How do I get an easy shot? I gotta get an easy shot.
Are you not looking on your phone at all? Can you look on your phone? No. Are you not? No. Have you not had a conversation? You think about? I'm trying to think of what else you'd be thinking about.
What about Mark Stein's column that he's
going
to
lose? I was thinking,
his
where
job?
else? Are there any other openings right now? Sacramento?
What job openings?
Depending on what happens with Luke Walton.
That's a 2.
It is a 2. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Are you talking about Chris Sheridan's article again?
No.
He's out there. You know. Somebody's waiting to pounce on Brett Brown. It's just a matter of time.
We're minute 14. Sixers with the ball down 4.
That's definitely a 2. But here's the thing. I think that what's been the biggest concern here, the last couple of possessions have gone down to the shot clock violation with 3 guys on the floor that should be able to get their shot at any point. So I don't understand how we're at this time right now, how we're here. Do you?
Wow. Butler's at the line for 2. With just under a minute to go. They're down 4. Toronto's got 2 timeouts left.
This isn't about Butler's free throws right now. It's about what you do after Butler's free throws. It's the next possession is the possession. If you can defend,
first of all,
that's what I'm saying. If you can defend and he misses, Jesus fucking, what is happening here? Butler is 1 for 6 from 3. These guys have been atrocious. All right. Again,
45
2
seconds.
2 violations. What the fuck?
Why with the ball? Why? Oh, in and out. Rebound, Toronto. Back to Siakam. Out to Lowry. I thought he was fouled. He's not.
They called a timeout.
Timeout.
That resets to 14 at least. All right, let's get some comments in here. You can get up on the fan line again. Top right fan line. Isaac, Sixers are better than this. Disappointed. So are we, my friend. This has been an atrocious game offensively. JC, they didn't even get the ball near the paint for 3 straight possessions. I think that's a glaring weakness for this team as well as it came down the stretch. Down the stretch they come, and they didn't have one possession in the fucking paint. Jason, do you foul if he makes both? Well, he didn't, but I don't think I would have. I think I would have just played defense in the event that they did. My goodness, man. Nothing on the glass. You know, this has been way too close for comfort. If you don't win this game right now, what do you look at? You look at how fucking flat you were and how flat the other team was and how flat the other team remained and how flat you decided to remain. And ultimately, it was just the race of the flats, and one team had to backdoor their way into it and trip over their own feet into the finish line.
Yeah, but that's usually what happens if you got a bad game, but you're the home team. You're the flat team that ends up winning the game.
Everybody on the floor was flat. Nobody played well. Nobody, like Serge Ibaka, I guess, was the only guy that played well, and he's a piece of shit on the floor. He's actually a really nice guy off it.
Here we go. Leonard with the ball. A three. Miss.
Unbelievable.
We still got 24 seconds left.
24 clock. Play defense.
That was not a good possession right there out of that.
No, they rushed it.
It was good defense by the Sixers, too.
Well, there was only 8 seconds left, so.
It forced them deep. I know, but. Now what kind of a play do you draw up? Who are you drawing up a shot for?
You've got
Redick?
3 guys on the floor with Harris, Redick, and Butler who should be able to knock down a 3 if they get open. And Joel Embiid can flash off of a pick to hit a 3 as well. So everybody but Simmons can hit a 3 right now on the floor.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want Embiid to be hit attempting
Here's the
this
thing.
3.
There's way too much. Craig asked, go for 2 of the tie. There's way too much time on the clock for me to settle for a 3 unless there's a wide open look. So you've got 24 seconds on the clock. I run a play, 8 seconds of a play, 6 seconds of a play, 6 to 8 should get you an open look. If you don't have an open look at 3, you immediately take it to the rack. And that's something that I think every team has a plan B and says, hey, Simmons, whoever's running the ball in the offense, could be Butler right now. First option isn't there. Second option, take it to the rack. Like, they have plays like this drawn up. That's exactly what I would do. If they're milking this clock, trying to get second or third options for 3, it's a major risk right now.
Well, we got Simmons bringing the ball in with Ibaka on him. Butler takes the inbounds. He's got Gasol on him. Embiid with Siakam on him. Now they're running Redick. Back to Embiid. He loses the ball temporarily. He loses the ball.
No.
Is there a foul?
There was?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
There is.
Unbelievable.
Yep. Foul on Ibaka.
That's actually not a bad foul by Ibaka.
No, it's not. You notice how the knot on his head is coming.
I have to be honest. I do not know if that was necessarily a foul.
Well, we'll take it.
Well, listen, I'm not complaining, but I mean, come on. Look at this. That is not a foul, but I'll take it. Definitely. That's Joel getting a call right there. That's a good sign. I'll tell you that.
1 point lead. Foul. Redick fouls Leonard with 10.8 left.
This is one of the most intense games that we've seen outside of the Eagles playoff run that I can remember in a long time, man. Like a long time. This is more intense than anything we experienced with Boston last year for obvious reasons. Like, this is fucking intense, man.
38 field goal attempts, 38 points for Kawhi.
And he gets them.
Yep.
So what do you do right now?
Butler and Embiid, 2 of 12 from 3-point range.
Holy shit. They're going to win it. 4 seconds left. Got to go for the tie. What are you doing, Harry? We need your play-by-play. You there, Harry? We need your play-by-play.
Yeah. No, I'm here. I'm just wondering how you jumped ahead of me. I mean, the game's tied.
I have 90-88.
It's 90-90.
Yeah, so I'm behind.
You just said the game was tied.
I did not.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I have no idea how you even watch these games, what kind of, like, pirate feed you're on. Like, there's no cable TV. It's just all this kind of Reddit stuff or whatever you're doing.
My whole thing just fucking is behind right now. I'm still stuck. I'm at 90-88 with 4 seconds left. This is ridiculous. It's clearly 90-90.
It's 90-90 with 4.2 seconds left.
I have 90-88 for some reason, and it's ridiculous. It has not updated.
Wow.
My
well, see, that's why you should have cable.
My TV is like 12 seconds behind my internet, so my TV caught up, but it was too late. Now, Toronto has the ball with 4 seconds left. What are you doing?
Well, I'm running a play for. I might run a play. Is Danny Green on the field on the court?
Let's go.
No, he's not even on the court, so I won't run a play for him.
We need play-by-play from you, Harry. I don't know.
But Kawhi Leonard with a desperation 3 that comes up. Oh, it goes in! Oh my God! It bounced around the rim like 4 times and fell in for the win. Now the only question is they have to go back and check that was out of his hands before the shot clock was, or the game clock was gone. But I think it was. What an unbelievable shot! He was falling out of bounds. And it seemed to take forever for it to bounce around the rim and go in. Oh, what an unbelievable way to lose for the Sixers. A great shot by Leonard. Wow. Wow. You can see on the face of Jimmy Butler that he knows it's over. Wow. What a shot. What luck.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I don't even know what to say. Oh, my fucking goodness. Kawhi Leonard, it almost looked like, I was trying to pull up the replay here. It almost looked like we had a shot of it being there. But you're right. It got it out with like a second, almost like a half a second.
Yeah. Here it is. Point 3, and it's out of his hands. Boom, 1 bounce, 2 bounces, 3 bounces, 4 bounces, 5, and in. What an incredible play and a gut-wrenching loss for the Sixers. It was a 2-point basket.
Yeah, it was. That's all they needed. That's all they needed. Kawhi Leonard is a cold-blooded son of a – the man is not human.
And Jurassic Park goes crazy.
He's just not human. This guy is like, I can't believe he made that shot. You see him do the Jimmy Butler? He stole the Jimmy Butler move.
Yeah. You think about this, Eitan. This is why this team made this drastic move in the offseason, and they trade DeMar DeRozan and all the other parts to get a guy like that to make that shot. to get them into the Eastern Conference Finals and give them a chance to get to the finals. That's exactly why you make that move.
The only thing they could do right now is make it to the NBA Finals and keep Kawhi Leonard. Like, I don't know. Wow. Kawhi Leonard, we talked about it. Superstars, the difference, free throws.
Yeah.
24-second violations. I don't think there's anything to really feel terrible about right now.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid crying. Wow, what are your thoughts on Embiid crying?
Yeah. Wow. Well, I mean, he's emotional. I kind of like it.
Kawhi Leonard.
Do
you see this? Kawhi Leonard doesn't deserve to win. The man emotes nothing after hitting a game-winning Game 7 shot with nothing on the clock. It rattled around like a Plinko game, and he shows nothing. No type of emotion whatsoever.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that. I mean, I'm disappointed in Butler's shooting tonight. I'm disappointed in Embiid. Ben Simmons, whatever. But that guy made the play. Is this going to be a referendum on Brett Brown?
It already
I don't know.
It already is. It's crazy. People are already coming out on Twitter as far as Brett Brown this, Brett Brown that. I imagine that the last 6, Craig, on the app, I want to throw up. I'm with you, man. It's a terrible way to lose. People blaming the last 4 or 5 possessions of a entire game of a shit show game on Brett Brown.
Well, I mean, maybe he does lose his job. I don't know. If he does, they must already have something in place, with a guy like Van Gundy or Thibodeau or somebody that's available. Maybe that's what they have their eyes on. I don't know. We'll see what happens over the next couple of days. But that was an ugly, hell of a game.
I mean, the action we got at the end lived up to it, Game 7, but both teams here in this game shot atrocious. And now it's amazing that people are going to blame Brett Brown for this.
He shot that over Joel Embiid.
Yeah. Right.
Unbelievable.
Right. It's amazing. The shot clock violations are being blamed on Brett Brown. It's awesome. Apparently, the shot clock violations were on Brett Brown. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. I mean, I have no affection for Brett Brown. I don't give a shit if he loses his job or not. There's been a part of me that has been that Brett Brown is sort of the nurturer kind of guy and not the guy to take guys stars over the top. And that's just sort of my opinion from afar. Are you blaming the
specifics of that on Brett Brown tonight?
No. I've always been sort of that guy over the last year or so, that he's kind of a nurturer of young players and did well with these crappy players and dealt with all the bullshit. But I don't know that he's the coach that takes good players, makes them great, and takes them over here. But I don't blame this loss on him.
Well, that's what's happening on Twitter, elsewhere. And I think mostly on the app, people have been here not blaming Brett. But if you do blame Brett here, we got a couple minutes, as we kind of wind down this crazy season here, Harry. But I wonder if there are people even who have been watching us that feel like Brett Brown should go. I don't think that this is a pro Brett Brown statement. It's just a not anti-Brett Brown statement, which is he shouldn't be fired off the way in which they lose Game 7.
No, I don't. I'm not saying that, but he also shouldn't just be kept for the sake of keeping him either. If they feel they can find somebody else better out there to get more out of these players. It's not about losing Game 7. It's not about getting to a Game 7. It's about getting more out of Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid and whoever else they can keep from free agency that they try to get. That's what it's about. And if they've determined that Brett Brown can't get a better discipline out of Joel Embiid, whether it's the off season or during in between games or during games, whatever it is, whether it's they've determined that Brett Brown can't get more out of Ben Simmons to actually become a more complete basketball player, then I think it's time to move on, because that's really what it's all about, is about those two guys and maximizing what they've got. And if they feel, and from what I see, I don't know that he can get more out of him either.
No.
So I have no problem with them getting rid of Brett Brown.
Well,
I really don't. I don't have any debt to Brett Brown because he dealt with all the bullshit.
It's not about that. It's about using Game 7 as a barometer to make your decisions. And that's outlandish to me.
No.
And Jeff brings up a point that I can respect. Okay. And I may not agree with it, but I respect it because I think it comes from reason. Jeff, it's not the series, it's the season. It's time for him to go, meaning he's already made up his mind before Game 6, Game 7, and he's not using this volatile series as a microcosm of the season. And I think that's reasonable. And again, I may disagree with it, but at least that's reasonable.
Yeah.
I don't know. Frank, I think it's too short, wound too fresh to really figure out whether it's time to kill the Brett Brown era or not. Frank, I hate to break it to you, brother, but there was a report that came out before this game that said if the guy loses, he's cooked.
Yeah. Well, see, I think that just makes it easier. If he loses Game 7, which he now has, that makes it easier for them to make the call that they were already going to make.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right. Now here's my question to you. Okay. So this has been awesome. Sixers fourth quarter live is now coming to an end, and we've had a blast. Hopefully we can continue moving on with FanCred and do some other things. If it's, Philadelphia sporting events, maybe some Philly stuff, whatever it may be, event.
I'll do Toronto, Milwaukee if you want me to.
Honestly, Cam is our producer. We're here to do whatever you want. We'll love to do this shit with you moving forward as much as we can. But I'll say this, as we move forward, please make sure you continue to interact on FanCred. You continue to use this app. It's cool. It's different. It's something that not many people have as far as a community like this. So take full advantage of it and continue to follow us. Mays and Eitan, noon to 2, 97.3 ESPN, 97.3ESPN.com/app. Follow us on Twitter at Harry Mays to you, at Shander Show, at FanCred, and we'll make sure that we update you on everything that we're doing. And again, hopefully we can continue this and continue to do stuff with FanCred moving forward, because it's been an absolute blast, to say the least, man.
I'll do fourth round live for golf tournaments. What do you think about that?
Cam already hitting us up. We'll figure things out. Drop us a line. He already has some ideas, so that's fine. Now, he knows that he has the bodies. It's just about plugging us in. And now you can plug us in anywhere, so it'll work. Awesome. All right, time for Game of Thrones. For everybody who hung in here, we appreciate it. Harry's not going to watch until tomorrow, so don't spoil anything for Mays. All right? Right? What are you, frozen over there? Wake up.
No, I'm good. I'm popping my jersey, bro.
You look like you got football shoulder pads on underneath that shirt. All right, for whatever the hell's going on over there, I'm Harry Mays. For FanCred, thank you for making this happen, Cam, our producer. And to you out there, thank you. Again, follow along. We'll let you know everything going on Twitter at Harry Mays to you, at Shanner Show. See ya.
Out.